know that we would never work. I know that someone would get hurt. I think I have to let you go. Should be easy, but it's not. 'Cause the problem is I love you. What to do? I count to 3 when you're next to me. I love you. What to do now? Do now. Only problem is I love you. What to do? You got me bound, make my world spin round. I love you. What to do now? I want you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I definitely want to make this video motivational for you, but in the midst of filming, we were hit by a winter storm. If you couldn't tell before, I am from Texas, and we have had just a completely crazy week. Things are finally getting back to normal, but within the week I have included some tidbits of some of the stuff we went through. Now, our family was super fortunate, and I am just praying for everyone out there who wasn't as fortunate. I am for sure a storyteller, so I will get into all of the details a little bit later on. My name is Michelle, and I'm a mom of 2 small girls, Sailor, who is 3, and Savannah, who is 19 months old. If you enjoy cleaning and organizing videos, especially as a busy mom, then I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, make sure you leave me a comment below. I do like to welcome all of you guys who have been here before or are new. All of this cleaning motivation was recorded Valentine's Day weekend, and our area was hit with the winter storm on Monday, February 15th. At this point in time, we had no idea how it would impact us. We were not 100% prepared. We were not aware that we would be without power and water for several days on out. We have experienced hurricanes in the past, which is what we're used to, but most of the time we are super prepared. We stock up on food, we have our generators at home, we do everything we can. In this case, we were just told that it would be very cold. We may get a little bit of snow, and they might close down schools on Monday. But all of the events that followed were completely unexpected. I did get a lot of stuff accomplished before we got hit, but if you have small kids running around, then you know that that doesn't usually last that long. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, so I will tell you a little bit about them later on in the video.
But that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be 2 of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't know. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, yet I made this.
Our cushions just had food and stains all over them. I don't like washing the cushions. It takes forever to get the sleeves off of them and back on them, but I decided that it's been a while, so I definitely need to do that.
Only one is left in the rain with nobody to hold on to. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be 2 of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody?
There's also so many crumbs and feathers. Because our cushions are made with feathers, they always just go everywhere. So I vacuumed everything up and is washing the cushions, and luckily I did that because little did we know at the time that is where my husband would sleep for the next 4 days, next to the fire.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Ain't no limit while we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight.
I always have the kids' chairs on the counter because my daughter always climbs on the chairs and then tries to climb on the counter. So I'm constantly moving them up and down. I haven't cleaned behind this coffee maker in a while, and it's actually pretty hard to see the dust and stuff that's on the counters because our counters are camouflage, which is good and bad at the same time.
Let's hit the club, time to make a move, make a move. We got it late, ain't got nothing to prove, nothing to prove. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get louder, come on, lose control. Ain't no limit while we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight.
When loading the dishwasher, I always put the dishwasher soap in the dishwasher tray where the silverware go. When we built this house, we had someone come out and fix it once it was broken, and he told us that these dishwashers have a flaw in them, so the open doesn't always release. So I've always just put it in that silverware tray.
Shine a little tonight.
I think I have too much to process, and I've been feeling kinda hopeless. I know I'm not supposed to feel this way. I know it's been a while since I held you in my arms. And I wasn't ready yet to learn how to live without you. How could I let you go when I am still in love with I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love with you. Still in love with you. Still in love with you. Still in love with you.
We have 2 of these robot vacuums, and my daughter is terrified of them. I don't know what it is about them, but if we turn it on while she's home, she just screams. So we don't use them as often as I need to. I had just recently cleaned out our refrigerator and actually did a fridge organization video. I'll link that down below, but I had done a ton of cooking the last couple of weeks and it became a disaster really fast. I typically like to go through it before I go to the grocery store, but in this case it had been a while, so I'm just going to go through it quickly again. I had recently added these trays and it actually makes it really helpful. Instead of having to take everything off and clean the shelves, you can just clean out the trays.
But I'll admit I'm not that good at it. Not one day goes by without
I also think it's easier just to wipe down the shelf liners opposed to having to take out the entire shelf.
I wasn't ready yet to learn how to live without you. How could I let you go when I am still in love?
This honeydew melon went bad really fast, so I'm going to clean that out.
I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love with you.
Over the last couple weeks, I was testing out a lot of new recipes, so I had a ton more food and vegetables as I did normally, but of course, most of it went bad. When I took out one of our vegetable drawers, I noticed that the mushrooms had gone bad and leaked out everywhere. So I definitely needed to get that cleaned up, and I'm glad I did before this storm hit. We had no water.
Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see.
Here is all of the mess from those old mushrooms, so I'm just going to dump that out and then scrub this drawer.
Would you let it be if I leave tonight?
Now I'm going to start putting back everything that is still good, and then go through the bottom drawer.
Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Till the morning light, till the morning light, till the morning light, yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe
It feels good to have everything cleaned out.
being alone. Well,
I'm going to start on the guest bathroom next. I did plan to do a lot more decluttering in this video, especially in the master bathroom and in the closets in there, but I just didn't get to it. I also plan to do more Easter decorating, but as you can tell, a lot of the stuff that I was waiting on did not make it in time. So I am going to plan to do that in some of the next upcoming videos.
stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Would you stay till the morning light, or would you
After taking out the trash, I could tell that it is super dirty underneath. I never clean this area. I need to. You can see that there's just so much dust and extra stuff, so I decided to finally wipe that down.
I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you.
The cushion covers are finally dry, so I'm going to try and get all of them back on and get the couch situated.
That you miss me.
One time last summer, we had a mouse in our house, and I know that's gross, but the way that we found out was I was cleaning all the cushion covers and I took everything off and I saw these little brown pellets in the couch underneath the cushions, and my first initial thought was, oh my gosh, we have disgusting animal. I hoped it wasn't mouse or rat poop or whatever it was, and later on we found out that it was. It had been eating the dog food in the laundry room, and luckily my husband caught it and dealt with it and I didn't have to worry about it, and luckily it was also only one. You guys know that I love stories, so leave me a comment below and let me know your craziest story if you had a mouse or a rodent or anything crazy in your house. Back in September, we went to Disney World, and one of the things that I like doing is making our own shirts. So we are headed back to Disney World in April, and I am super excited about it. So I like to either bleach tie-dye or buy a tie-dye kit and make our own shirts, and then I have a friend who has a Cricut machine and she can put on a logo on them. Bleach dyeing or tie dyeing is really easy to do. I just bought these $5 shirts from Target. I'm making a spiral design, so I rubber band it 6 different ways in the shape of a pizza, and then I'm going to bleach out every other section. I let the bleach sit on these red shirts for a little bit longer, probably closer to an hour or two, and it makes the shape of a spiral. I'm going to make 3 more shirts. 2 of them are going to be for my friend and I'm making this one in more of a rainbowish pattern. I'm just starting from one corner and going to rubber band off different sections and do that until the whole shirt is done. I'm using yellow, pink, and blue from a tie-dye kit I got off of Amazon. Next, I'm going to do each section in a different color. You're supposed to put them in a bag, but I just ended up wrapping them in this aluminum foil because I didn't want the colors to bleed onto each other. The last shirt I'm doing, I'm just scrunching it all together, and then I'm going to add blue and purple tie-dye. I'm just going to do that until the whole shirt is covered. The directions say to let it sit for 12 to 24 hours, and I did this on Sunday. So I plan to rinse it out on Monday, which is the day we didn't have power. So those ended up sitting for 5 days. The red ones I rinsed out in just an hour, and as you can see, it created this cute little spiral design. After you rinse it out, you just throw it in the wash. When this is filming, it is Sunday night, February 14th, and we are starting to get a little bit of snow on the ground. I am around the Houston area in Texas, and we have not had snow probably in 5 years, and when we did, it was just a little bit of drizzle. It is now early Monday morning, and it had snowed last night, and we are super excited to wake up. This is my back patio, and the whole ground is white. If you are from the north or from somewhere where it snows a lot, this probably seems like no big deal to you, but seeing it in your own home where it never snows is really exciting. Now keep in mind, our infrastructure is not designed to withstand freezing temperatures for long periods of times. We do not have salted roads, we do not have snow plows, we do not have scrapers to scrape ice off your window. We are just not set up to handle that because we don't ever get into freezing temperatures for long periods of time. On top of that, we were not warned that we were going to lose power for 3 days when the temperatures are in the teens and 20s and lose our water. Once we lost power the first day and our house started to dip in the 50s, I packed up with the kids and went to my mom's. Chris works for the gas company, so he was working all day and staying at the house. I snagged this piece from my Instagram just to give you a real-time update when I went home. So we haven't been home in the last couple of days. I haven't been home in 2 days. Chris has been home because he works for the gas company, and this is the setup at home. The heater and the coffee maker, just the essentials. We got our generator hooked up to our refrigerator. Hopefully all this stuff doesn't go bad. And a little bit of water, but we don't really have water anywhere we go. Our patio is still completely covered with ice. We are fortunate we didn't have any water pipes burst, because I know a lot of people who did, and Chris ended up turning all of our water off yesterday. But so we are back home. We left on Monday and we came back on Thursday. I only expected to be gone for a few hours, up to a day at the most. Didn't really expect to be gone for this long. Our house is a mess, which I'm not too worried about that. We went to my mom's, who had a Generac generator, so it was able to power up the house and keep it heated. But the water was still low, and we didn't necessarily have internet or cell phone service either. I think in total there was over 3 million people in Texas without power. My husband pretty much stayed at work most of the time. He works for the gas company, so there was lots of emergency calls, and I am just going around the house checking on the water supply. We're seeing if we have water back or if it's low pressure. He actually turned it off, so I have to go in and turn it back on. We are very fortunate. We did not have any pipe bursts. There was tons of people where their pipes burst and their house was flooded and frozen over. We are just so fortunate that that did not happen. Our grocery stores were pretty much empty, and it was very hard to find gas to drive around. And because of the icy roads, most of the time a lot of the roads were closed. With all the road closures, it took about an hour to get back and forth from my mom's, and because there was not a lot of gas at the gas stations and they were just backed up, it was just easier for me to stay there. I was so excited to finally have running water, and when it turned on, my first thought was to fill up the bathtubs, but I don't think that I would want to take a bath in that. We were under a water boil notice for the next few days, and it felt so good to take a shower after so long. After we got home, the only thing I could think to do was start unpacking and getting the house cleaned up. Obviously, it wasn't my number one priority, but since I felt like I couldn't take a shower, I just wanted everything else to be clean if I couldn't be. I am just praying and thinking about all of you guys who had to go through worse experiences or similar experiences. Definitely not easy with small kids, and I just hope that your houses are okay and that you all made it through it. What I really loved was the way that we all helped each other, where people were opening up their houses, they were lending generators. There were shelter centers, businesses opening up their businesses, food and donation centers. And the way that we can all come together is just beyond me, and I am so thankful for a community like this. If you were impacted or you just heard stories on the news, then leave me a comment below. I want to know if you're okay, how you held up, what you did to stay warm, anything that you did to help. I am really interested. So leave me a comment below. I want to know your story and how you got through it or how you're getting through it.
When you're next to me,
I have tons of laundry to get through. I don't actually end up washing them on this day. I'm waiting for the water to clear up just a little bit more. I did have a load of the girls' clothes in the dryer that I hadn't gotten to yet. One thing that I do like to do while cleaning is listen to a Skillshare class. Skillshare is an online learning platform that has tons of interesting classes that you can choose from. I like the ones that are around 30 minutes to an hour because I like to listen while I'm either cleaning, like now, or working out. What I like most about it is that it's very organic. It's not like taking an online class at school or anything like that. It's like you're sitting in a room having a conversation with someone who is giving you helpful content and information. Also love that it's easy to access, it's affordable, being just under $10 a month, and it always has great recommended content that's geared towards what I'm interested in based on other classes that I've taken before. I'll end up binge listening to some of these classes while I'm doing these tasks. That way it takes my mind off cleaning and I end up getting a lot more done. I needed some motivation to clean and get my mind off of everything else that went on this past week, so I looked for a class that would help me understand how to get and stay motivated to accomplish a task. I ended up finding Silvu Mariska's class called What is Motivation, and in this class, the most helpful thing I learned was that motivation begins with the small habits. In order to get motivated to do something, then you need to change the habit of performing the smallest task possible. In the example provided in the class, they said that if you're struggling to start a workout routine or go to the gym, then don't worry about the gym and start worrying about laying out your clothes and gym bag the night before, so you can see it in the morning and start making it a habit. And whether you get to the gym or not that day doesn't matter as long as you start with the smaller habits. That this was such helpful information and advice that I can use in the future. I've also recently taken a photography class and Eugenia Washington's class on confidence for creatives. The next class on my list is a staff pick called Productivity for Creatives by Thomas Frank. It's also great for other creatives like myself, and they offer classes on photography, art, business, animation, lifestyle, writing, and basically anything that you need. The good thing is that the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. So I do encourage you to check it out. I'm moving on to the master bathroom now. I am just unpacking some of the stuff that we had brought from my mom's. I wanted to get some deep cleaning done over the last couple of days, but obviously that didn't happen. And with the water looking the way it is at this point in time, I don't plan on doing it today either. But I am going to get a lot of this stuff picked up. I'm going to get the counters wiped down and the mirrors cleaned and the toilets cleaned. Next, I'm going to clean up the living room a little bit again. This is where my husband was sleeping with all the blankets and the heater. It was next to the fireplace, and we had the generator plugged into that little space heater, so this is where he had been sleeping.
We stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm. Physical silence, no need to speak a word. Lay here beside me. Don't wanna move too fast. Your lips on the floors, sipping on your love.
We have some candles out everywhere, so I'm just putting that back. And after 2 days, I had came home to get some more stuff when I took it over to my mom. So some of the stuff I took was food, so I'm just going to unpack that and clean up the island a little bit.
Oh my God, you know you're playing your cards right. Oh, I was looking for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I was looking for hearts, I was looking for hearts. Your blood is pumping, I feel it in your veins, surfing your heat waves. Your taste is different.
I really wanted to get some of these dishes in the sink cleaned. I didn't know if our water would go back off, but the pressure seems good. So I am just tired of seeing all of these dishes. They've been sitting there for days, and we are on a boil water notice for the next several days and also a conserve energy notice. So basically they had asked us not to run our dishwashers, do any laundry, unplug everything, and try and conserve energy that way that it wouldn't go off again. And luckily it never did, but at this point in time I am loading the dishwasher because I didn't want to boil a bunch of water and then hand wash it with the boiled water. So I'm just going to load the dishwasher, and whenever they tell us it's okay, then I'll run it.
Sucking for hearts, I'm a sucker for hearts. Oh my God, I'm a fool. Thought I'd never fall into you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so cruel how I'm loving the things you do. Ooh, yeah. Oh my God, you know you're playing your cards right.
Another main thing that I wanted to accomplish was clean the floors. The floors are absolutely disgusting, so I'm just picking up some of the toys so that I can get the vacuum out and the mop.
I am a sucker for hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts. The frost, your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. I'm a sucker for hearts.
Once my husband got home from work that night, we ended up unplugging the generator and moving the refrigerator back.
I don't know your name, and I don't feel no shame. I want you close to me, just your company. I'm like this on the regular, I can't take the blame. I'm just here for the night, I want you by my side. In the late, late night with the city lights, keep you safe and sound, always stick around and hold you close to me, keep your company.
Our floors were just so dirty from going in and outside, and of course the last thing that you're worried about without electricity is mopping or vacuuming your floors. So it has been a few days, so I'm finally going to get to it.
I can be your company, I can be your company, your company, your company, company, your company. I can be your company, I can be your company, your company, your company.
those shirts that I tie-dyed earlier? Well, they're only supposed to sit for about 12 to 24 hours, and they have been sitting for 5 days. I still need to wash and rinse them out, but overall, I feel like they turned out really cute. They were supposed to be more of a lighter pastel color, but I think because they set for so long, the colors ended up being a lot darker. But thank you guys so much for watching. This definitely was a longer video. My family and I were super fortunate through all of this, so no need to feel sorry for us or anything. We are just praying for all of you guys out there who did get impacted. If you do enjoy cleaning and real life craziness, then make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in my next video.